right, we'll keep our program moving. We have a lot of folks here today. As MC, I'll be introducing our first speaker, then they're going to kind of hand the speaker's baton off to the next speaker. But I do want to acknowledge we have several representatives of our Parks and Recreation Commission. They're over here seated in the front row. Hello, gentlemen. And it's always a great honor. We love the fact that our mayor puts a high priority on parks, recreation. In particular, he has a great fondness for playgrounds. So I think it's a great motivation for him to be here and lead the effort for celebrations like this. So let me welcome to our podium Mayor Robert Garcia. Mayor, welcome.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is a very special day for the city of Long Beach and obviously for the neighborhood and most importantly for all the kids. We're very excited to have them all here. I want to just start just by noting that we're so proud, and I think Brent mentioned it, but we do have our Parks and Rec commissioners here. We also have some of our Measure A leaders and commissioners here as well. And if it wasn't for these dedicated volunteers, we wouldn't have these incredible projects at our parks and across the city. So let's give them all a round of applause. Can you guys just stand for a sec, please? Yeah, come on up, guys. Seriously, come on up here. Come on up here. Judy, you're on Measure A also. Come on up here. And I just think it's important for folks to recognize that these folks are the ones ensuring that our parks are developed and built in a way that's supportive of everyone. And Judy is on our Measure A advisory board that oversees the money and makes sure it's all well spent on projects like this one. So let's just give them all a big round of applause. And of course, to our Parks and Recreation team, let's give them all also a big round of applause for their incredible work in getting this project with Public Works and so many others off the ground. We of course, couldn't be more excited to be here at the Colorado Lagoon. We all know that this is one of the crown jewels of Long Beach. This incredible project here is part, as you all know, of a much larger investment in the Colorado Lagoon. If you think about just what's happened in the last 10 years, just here at the lagoon, with the landscaping and the new walkways, the water quality investments, the playground, it's really been transformational, and we're really, really grateful to everyone and their work. We also know that this playground is the 10th playground in just the last 4 years that has been opened and funded through Measure A. We put a real focus in Long Beach, and we started thinking about where these dollars should go. One of our top priorities was we want to replace and install new playgrounds. And so just as so we can recognize those, we did Jackson Park out in North Long Beach, Los Cerritos Park. If you haven't seen that playground out at Los Cerritos, it's incredible. Veterans Park over at Whaley, also here on the east side. Drake Park next to downtown. Martin Luther King Park and Jenny Rivera Park in the center of the city. The El Dorado Golden Grove Park, which we opened recently, and Cherry Park have all been redone through Measure A dollars. And Molina also part Measure A, right, was also done. And if you're excited about these Measure A projects, and not just this park, we also have Rec Park is actually getting a new playground and opening up fairly soon as well. And so we were excited about those. I also want to I don't know if Tom is here, if Tom Modica, I know he was gonna stop by. Him and his team. I do want to thank them for when this project came up. He was also a strong advocate of investing here in the lagoon, and we're very, very grateful. But I want to introduce someone who's really been the champion for this project and for the Colorado Lagoon. I'm very fortunate that she's an incredible leader for our city. I'm fortunate that she's also my councilwoman. I live just. Matt and I just live a couple blocks from here, from the lagoon, and she's really been the champion in driving this project all the way home. So let's give a big round of applause to Councilwoman Susie Price.
Thanks. Awesome day. Well, Hello, everybody. This is amazing. I'm super excited to be here. I want to start by thanking our Tidelands team because a lot of this project, the bulk of this project was actually funded through our Tidelands fund. And I want to start by thanking Joshua Hickman, who's back there hiding in the crowd. But he has been working with me on this project for maybe 3 years now? 3 years, and then Eric Lopez. And Eric and Josh and I have been, thank you guys. We've been talking about this project for a long time. I don't know how many of you guys remember the pirate ship that was here. It was a playground that was for a much younger crowd. This playground now is open and accessible to so many different ages of kids. It allows for a lot more use and enjoyment, and it's not as limited as it was before. The colors are really great. The opportunities to participate in different kinds of activities is a lot more than it was before. And it really was one of those playgrounds that needed a refresh and an update. And I'm so grateful that we're here today. It's actually beautiful. I came here this morning as the city crews were taking down the fencing and getting ready for today. And I felt so much pride that this project finally came to fruition. I will say I'm super proud of the benches. I get really in the weeds on all the projects that I get involved in, and I really dislike the salmon color concrete benches that we have at this park. And so for me, it was really important to get new benches and picnic areas. And I think they're beautiful. And I want to thank city staff for being creative and thinking outside the box and doing something a little bit different at this park. This is a different park. It's a different space. The Colorado Lagoon transformation has been amazing. It's changed the water quality and enhanced the water quality in the lagoon for generations to come. And certainly the Open Channel project is going to continue to do that. But this playground brings a lot of people to what they probably don't realize is a very, very special habitat. The Colorado Lagoon is the first coastal mitigation bank in the state of California. And what we've been able to do in terms of enhancing marine life and water quality at this location and preserving a walk area on the north shore of the Colorado Lagoon has been spectacular. And that's not something I did on my own. That's something that the generations of council members and electeds before me and city staff before me helped make happen. And I was just the beneficiary of it. So I'm really grateful to be here. And I want to thank all of you for being here and enjoying this special day with us. And with that, I think I turn it back over to the mayor. I turn it over to Eric Lopez, our Public Works Director.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good to see so many great familiar faces. I love doing projects in this area. It was stated how we worked really hard to establish a very strong vision that balanced natural ecosystem restoration with vibrant and dynamic play, and that interactions between human and flora and fauna. I think we've hit it. I think we've done a good job in really nailing that balance, and I'm happy to be here with you all celebrating the latest improvements in this area. Public Works, we do the engineering, we do the architectural design, we do the inspections, we make sure everything's up to code, everything's as safe as it can be, and we do all of the procurement that's required to make projects like this happen. So on behalf of the department and the city, I'd like to thank every single staff person, consultant, contractor that had a role in making this happen. Including our Bureau Manager for Project Management in the city, Marilyn Sarakas, our Bureau Manager for Business Operations and Public Works, Joshua Hickman, our Project Management Officer, Charlene Exuco. She is the new Tidelands Development Officer. So, she's the person to go to. It's no longer Josh or I. Charlene's now going to take the baton and help lead us throughout the Tidelands and a lot of our park improvements. I also want to give a special thanks to Hirsch and Associates. Hirsch and Associates has helped us design a lot of our playgrounds. They've done a fantastic job for us, and I see Chuck back here. So if you see Chuck, please give him your thanks. He's done a great job. Thank you, Chuck. This playground was in need of some improvements. I really hope we enjoy it. We really wanted to bring together not just the gathering areas for families, but also the public restroom that we recently renovated, the rinse station that we added back here, the buffer zone that we have to help trap trash, and then obviously the lagoon and the awesomeness that it helps provide. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm glad to be here with you all, and thank you for coming out today and celebrating with us. Thank you. The latest on the canal, we can provide more information. We're moving forward on finishing up the financing, the funding package. Once that's done, we're looking forward to starting construction this fall. So the goal is to start construction this fall on the open channel project. Now I'd like to call Brent Dennis to help us close out the event, and we can do the ribbon cutting. Brent.
Great, thank you, Eric. So Eric's the epitome of teamwork. Our Parks, Recreation, and Marine team really enjoys the collaboration between Public Works and our department to do just this kind of work. So it's really an honor and pleasure to work with professionals like Eric and his team. I also want to just acknowledge, without embarrassing her, Gladys Kaiser, who's our bureau manager. She always does a great job with all the pageantry and getting things set up for these ceremonies, and her entire team has done a great job the past 2 years during the pandemic with reinventing a lot of our programs and thinking creatively on how we continue to offer camp experiences to our young people. I know spring break's coming up, and we've got some exciting camps lined up for the community in that regard too. This playground is exceptional. Being a landscape architect and your parks director, I really appreciate the design elements. So I don't have a hat, but my hat's off to the design team over here. Good job, bravo. And adding color and all of the visual experiences for these kids are going to grow up and really have fun in this safe, welcoming, well-maintained environment. So speaking on behalf of our park maintenance team, who they're going to take the handoff today and take stellar group care of maintaining this properly. And also, I want to also call out Trinka Rousel over here. She heads up our Partners of Parks. They do amazing work providing scholarship money for kids to have great experiences in our programs, and they do really great work in helping advance a lot of our park improvements. So I think now's our moment when we have the world's largest pair of scissors, and I guess we have red for the ribbon that we will cut today.